Siamo qua a San Mezzan e ho il piacere e l'onore di avere a poca distanza da me 3 campioni della Roma e Milan, un campione del mondo, 3 storie, 3 leggende della cartomagia mondiale. Abbiamo Lennart Green dalla Svezia, Davide Costi da Milano e Carlos Baquera dal Belgio, spagnolo di nascita, ma
spagnolo, sì.
Volevo affrontare un tema che è la paura da palcoscenico. Carlos diceva che è più nei professionisti che nei dilettanti.
Exactly. The theory said that you have stage fright when you are not prepared, or enough prepared to do what you have to do. But I think this is not it's a false theory. Because, for example, I'm going to speak about a master that we all know, which is Arturo de Ascanio. Arturo de Ascanio was someone who has a lot of technique, but he has a lot of sensitivity. It can have the hands shaking, it can not have self-confidence, but this was because I think he had a lot of sensibility, not because he was not prepared, because technically he was unbelievable, he was incredible. I believe that when you are not really living in the present, okay, you think that the people who are looking at you are just watching, criticize, and that means that not only you are an actor but also a spectator. And when you are both, something is wrong. But if you live the present, here and now, and if you accept yourself like you are imperfect, because we all have imperfection, so everything is cool, everything is better, and stage fright is not going to vanish, but it will be
reduced. But you still now you suffer of stage fright.
Yes, of course. When I with people like that, friends like that, it's.
And you, Davide, you as well.
Yes, I do suffer of stage fright, but I think that more than stage fright is the will to do things the right way, the way I want them to get through to the audience. And this gets me nervous because you are never sure you can get there, you understand? And you know that you have worked so hard to do it. And your aim is really to please your audience, but only until the end of the act, until the end of the show, you don't know if you reach your goal. And this is more or less what gets us nervous. When I started, I had stage fright because I was not sure of my techniques. Today I'm very sure of what I do. So I'm not stage frightened, I'm just nervous. But you need to be nervous if you want to transmit your emotions.
That's really
correct,
important.
Lennart, otherwise, you don't transmit your emotions.
Yeah, of course. And Lennart, of course, you don't suffer of a stage fright.
You know, I always have tension. I call it tension. And if it's too much tension, it goes inside. But I like to give it away, right? And then you create it's contagious, right?
Yes.
To get power. Or if you're too much relaxed, it's your activity will be pale, right? So I really I look upon it as a power tension, but I will give it away. It's a positive thing, actually.
It's a positive thing.
Yeah, in a way. But I always have this feeling. I must do my best, yes.
You're looking for it.
Yeah, and I know, yeah.
You, Carlos, you speak about bad stage fright and good stage fright.
Of course, bad stage fright is when you are suffering. When you are doing something, it happened to me, and it's terrible because you are asking yourself why I'm doing this job, why I'm doing that. I'm suffering. I'm not enjoying it. Good stage fright is the preparation of the body. It can be because you are going to have an aggression, for example, outside. It can be because you are going to have a kind of fight with the public. Even if you love your public, sometimes it's a preparation. But when I began to do magic, I could do magic to anyone. I had no stage fright. But little by little, my technique became better, and I became really someone who suffered with stage fright, good and bad stage fright. Now I have some exercise, visualization, breathing, inductions that helps me to have lower stage fright. But Sarah Bernard, the great actress, was talking with another actress, and the young actress said, "I never have stage fright," and she answered, "Don't worry, it comes with talent."
Good luck.
And what's your solution, Davide, for the stage fright?
Well, Aldo, there is not really a solution. It's something that you have inside, and you try to find the way to find the solution. And each one of us is different, and each one of us has a different method. It's obvious that, as Carlos said, you cannot do this job that is a wonderful job, and we are privileged because we can do it if you have to suffer. So somehow you have to feel joy and give joy, but at the same time, Aldo, you have to be conscious that you have a responsibility. And this responsibility is what gets you nervous. You understand?
Yes, of course, yes. And there is the episode and when you were not still champion, where there was a stage fright that was really...
Very often I'm not prepared enough. I wait to the last moment, and so that creates negative tension, right? And then it's good to have a friend who help you. So David helped me at the competition once in Lausanne. Yeah, I didn't know exactly the time, and I didn't know exactly what to do, so I have to improvise. Sometimes it's good to improvise, but this was a little bad.
1991, you say, when you became world champion of Magic.
Yeah.
You were nervous. So
yes, of course.
He was the best one of everyone. He was the best one
but
of
the
everyone.
best thing, if you really, if you see the response and feel the love from the audience, then you that's the best thing.
So can I say one thing about this?
Of course.
Which I was very, very happy to have Lennart, because we are really friends. I can understand Lennart, because the FISM before that was Den Haag. Lennart did practically the same routine that he did in Lausanne. But in Den Haag, the judges thought he was using a trick cam.
Stooges.
Or stooges. Okay?
People who help me, yeah.
So this is what probably was getting Lennart very nervous.
Carlos, you say that it's not a good way to say I'm the best, I'm the worst.
The mind doesn't accept negativity. If I told you, don't think about the other hearts, you are going to think about the other hearts. So there is a way to induct yourself. If you say to yourself, I'm not nervous, you are going to induce yourself to become nervous. But if you say, I love my audience, I want to share my emotion with them, I want to love them, this is a good way to think that. I use a lot of the visualizer aspects. That means that I try to visualize myself doing my act, and I try to do it in the best way I can do it. But also I visualize all the things that can go wrong, and like that I have also solutions. But when I began to do contests and competition, I wanted to be perfect, and because you are perfect, that means that your level of tension is very high. But as soon as you accept that you are not perfect, that's okay, you're just a human being. Not only the tension of your tension is below, but also I believe that the public accepts you. There is a link that you create, because you are just like them. You are just a human being who try to give emotion, who transmit emotions, and not something who does something unbelievable. And like Lennart is fantastic. He's a world champion. What he does, the construction, the communication is fantastic. But when you see him work, you don't realize that he's so technically unbelievable, because he's like an ordinary human being.
But I think one good technique is, for example, if you are shivering, instead of trying to hide it, you can emphasize it. You can say, look, I'm shivering. I'm not nervous, yes? Then they laugh and you laugh and you're relaxed, instead of cover it, right? Yeah. So you make a little joke of yourself, and then you're more natural. You are under
yes.
You're
we
not
understand.
the guy who.
Yeah, the smart one.
No,
yeah,
no,
not
this one. I like to be come from under.
Low profile. Low profile.
Low profile.
Low profile. Yes.
No prestige, right? And then you have love, like parents when they see their child doing something, they like him, right? Even if he.
This is my daughter, you see.
Yes, look. To create that sensation.
So we wish to everybody to have a good stage fright and to avoid the bad stage fright. As well.
Positive and negative.
The
Yes.
positive.
And never say I'm going to try, because when you say I'm going to try, that means that this is the virus of the l'échec, the failure. Okay, a winner is going to say I'm going to win, not I'm going to try to win. Okay, so the induction, the way you speak, the way you transmit things are very important.
So, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.